It was the case that, once again, City of Toronto was holding a steady or increasing a negligible amount, as is the case here. In today's video, downtown Toronto condo prices up 20,000, central Toronto numbers, and the City of Toronto numbers for condominiums, and yet another edition of the condo market update. Hello everyone, this is Sam from SaberiSixRealEstate and Remax Realtron Realty. As always, back with another video for you guys here today. In today's video, we're going to go through the latest condo numbers. But before we get into that, as always, you can find my contact information in the description box with regards to my Gmail, my office, and my Instagram. Feel free to get in contact with me and in touch with me if you have any further questions about anything covered in this video, anything covered in my previous videos, or if you have any general inquiries with regards to the Toronto and GTA real estate market. Lastly, as I always mention, feel free to subscribe, comment, rate, and review. Your support in regards to a subscription and a comment and a like is much appreciated. However, you're not obliged to do so whatsoever. Feel free to not do any of that. But if you happen to enjoy my content, it's much appreciated. Enough of that. Let's get to the latest numbers. And in this video, as I previously mentioned, the weekly condo market update, and what we're going to discuss is the downtown Toronto, central Toronto, and the numbers for the City of Toronto at large. We're going to start with the downtown portion. Off the bat, as is the title of this video, downtown Toronto condo prices, when we look at median sold prices for the month of July, which is the month we have in full. Obviously, right now we are in August 11th, at least at the time of recording of this video, and we're going to have August numbers in full and half later in terms of freehold, semi-detached, detached, and condos in later videos. But in this video, when we look at the month of July sold numbers in terms of median, in July of 2021, we had a median of $695,000 in C1. So downtown is composed of C1, C8, and portions of C2. But in C1, the median sold price was $695,000, a $20,000 increase month over month when we look at the numbers for June of 2021. So basically comparing the 2 months here, July and June, we see a $20,000 increase because in June it was $675,000 in terms of the median sold price. This $20,000 increase in terms of the median brings the median price back up to the same levels they were at in July of 2020, wherein in July of 2020 the median was exactly the same, $695,000, as is the case in July of 2021. However, it is much more of a healthier market because last July, where the median was exactly the same, the number of transactions, meaning sold units, was 406. But overall available listings was around 1,200. Whereas this July, where the median once again is exactly the same, 695, we see a far more healthier ratio of the overall sold to the number of listings. Where in the former, in terms of the number sold, we're looking at 465, and then total overall listings, we're looking at 760. In other words put, in July of 2021, units had a higher likelihood of selling because out of 760 listed, around 460 sold. Now this median increase in C1 will not translate into C8. So let's look at C8 numbers, which is the eastern half of the downtown Toronto condo market and really the downtown Toronto district. It's the eastern half of the downtown Toronto, where the median sold price was $670,000. Representing a $15,000 drop, wherein last month, June of 2021, we saw a median sold price of $685,000 and a $33,000 drop year over year. So now we're comparing July of 2021 to July of 2020, wherein the average, or rather, sorry, the median sold price last July was $703,000. Now, when we look at the City of Toronto at large, and obviously when we go through these following numbers, you have to keep in mind that the aforementioned numbers I went through for downtown are baked into these numbers, right? These numbers are not Toronto Central excluding C1 downtown. The C1 downtown numbers I just represented for you are included in these numbers. And when we look at the median price for Toronto, we see a median sold price of $640,000, which is pretty much even as where we were last month when we went through the June numbers. Because last month, in terms of June 2021, the median sold price was $639,000. Yet nonetheless, a $23,000 increase year over year, where last July of 2021, once again, the median sold price was $617,000. So 640 over 639, I know that's technically a $1,000 increase, but it's so negligible that we shouldn't really think of it as an increase. I would say the same thing, it was a $1,000 drop. So thus far, what we have is the fact that downtown numbers in terms of C1 have increased, whereas Toronto numbers, which include the downtown numbers, have remained very even. This is in sharp contrast to what happened the month previous, and when we looked at just early July numbers, so not July numbers incomplete, but maybe if we were looking at from June 1st to July 15th or June 1st to July 10th, or just June 1st to end of June, this is in sharp contrast and actually the converse of that, wherein when we looked at those numbers, it was the opposite. It was the case that, once again, City of Toronto was holding a steady or increasing a negligible amount, as is the case here, yet downtown was down. Now we have the same thing with regards to Toronto numbers, where it's pretty steady, pretty even, but now downtown, C1 mainly, is up. This once again, over and over and over, shows me that the downtown Toronto condo market is truly becoming more and more separate as an entity with regards to the Toronto and /GTA condo market at large. Wherein, yes, we still have to look at the downtown Toronto condo market in relation to the rest of Toronto, and we should do as such. But the trends in downtown nowadays don't really run parallel to the rest of the city. In most cases, they do, because once again, in proximity, in culture, in everything, it's the same city at the end of the day. Downtown is just yet another neighborhood. But the point I'm trying to get across is slowly and steadily, we are seeing that the downtown Toronto condo market, and there will be certain trends with regards to numbers that are indigenous to the downtown Toronto condo market and can't really be applied widely, even as south as Midtown. Now, once again, I don't want you to leave with an idea of saying that we have to completely separate downtown Toronto numbers from the rest of the city and it's a separate market entirely, as if we're talking about Vancouver. No, that's not the case. It's still part of the city of Toronto. There's still a lot of parallel trends occurring, but they are no longer tethered as much as they used to be. Downtown Toronto and the rest of the city of Toronto is Toronto East, Toronto West, and Toronto Central. And for that matter, even further out, obviously, such as Markham, Richmond Hill, Vaughan, the rest of the GTA, really downtown Toronto and the rest of the condo market are no longer as closely tethered as they used to be. Anyways, that's a quick rundown of the condo numbers later in the week, and next week we will be back with more specific and more up-to-date condo numbers, trends, and news, and also numbers with regards to other property types as well. As always, feel free to subscribe, comment, rate, and review. You can find my contact information in the description box with regards to my Gmail, my office, and my Instagram. Feel free to get in touch with me with any questions you may have. And as I always say, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe and stay tuned. Thank you.